I am rich. Seriously, absurdly rich. Add to that my face that's always been more than serviceable, and my entire life has been a relentless parade of thirsty suitors and envious whispers. So, when my path was suddenly blocked by a man in an expensive but slightly too tight suit, my mind went completely blank. I didn't recognize him. I only registered the fact that he was rude, standing in the middle of a high-end gala without moving. I offered a polite, clipped request. "Excuse me, sir, could you please step aside?" His brow instantly furrowed into a tight knot. He didn't just look angry, he looked genuinely incredulous, like I'd just broken a fundamental law of physics. "Are you seriously pretending you don't know me?" The woman draped over his arm like a drama queen. She covered her mouth, a dramatic performance of shock. "Scarlet Hayes? Is that really you?" Her eyes, predatory and quick, scanned me from head to toe. She zeroed in on the understated, low-key blazer I'd chosen for professional comfort. The smug, gleeful pity in her gaze was impossible to hide. "Oh my god, you actually fell this far? Are you serving tables now?" She stepped closer, dropping her voice just enough to ensure the surrounding circle of guests could still hear. "We're classmates, aren't we? If you were in trouble, why didn't you say anything? This kind of serving stuff work? You, Scarlet? You were the most fragile princess in the whole class. If others couldn't help, you had Ethan Bell, remember? He was so devoted to you. He worked 3 months straight just to buy you that gift. He even hurt his hands trying to cook you a meal." Her voice carried load. A ripple went through the crowd, and dozens of appreciative eyes settled on Ethan. Ugh, there it was, the hero of devotion narrative, perfectly executed. A few older, heavy-set executives nearby began to coo. Not many young men show that kind of devotion anymore. Ethan Bell? Isn't he the one from Ascend Tech? He just landed a major project, I heard. A man of substance. We should get in touch. The wives and socialites swooned with a collective sigh. A man that devoted? His current girlfriend must have saved an entire galaxy in a past life. Though I wonder, if he was so perfect, what kind of idiot would ever break up with him? That was the question Chloe was waiting for. She shot a triumphant smirk my way, then pivoted back to the crowd. "Oh, I forgot. Back then, Scarlet threw the necklace Ethan gave her in the trash. She said her dog wouldn't wear something that cheap, and she poured out the dinner he worked so hard to make, complaining it wasn't made with imported ingredients." The air went dead silent. The pitying looks that had been directed at me curdled instantly. After a long, uncomfortable pause, someone finally spoke in a low murmur. "I knew it. No good man like that gets dumped unless the woman is a gold-digging nightmare. A waitress? Snuck into a high-society event like this? She's probably here looking for a special side gig." Finally, Ethan opened his mouth, his voice a low, self-satisfied rasp. "Scarlet Hayes, I told you back then you'd regret it." And now, he took his time, staring at my basic suit, at the empty hand that had just been steadying a server's tray. He sneered. "It looks like I didn't even need to lift a finger. Karma handled the job for me." A blank finally lifted from my brain. I dug through the forgotten basement of my memories and pulled out the bin file. "You're Ethan Bell?" I glanced at the clinging woman beside him. "And Chloe Davis?" Chloe snickered, a high, brittle sound. "I thought you'd keep up the act forever." "Scarlet, I remember exactly how you humiliated Ethan, how you treated me. You can't tell me you're not regretting it now that Ethan is the one who's made it big?" "Regret? Not even close. I simply remembered the persistent, self-appointed martyr who had stalked me through college, and the jealous hanger-on next to him. The first time I saw him, I just stepped out of my family-owned Bentley and saw a commotion outside a fancy restaurant. A guy in a faded, washed-out button-up shirt was yelling, his face beat red. "This one dinner cost how much? That's my whole month's allowance. This is robbery." The manager, looking bored, rolled his eyes. "It's clearly marked on the menu. Why weren't you complaining while you were eating it? Pay up, or I call the police for